These are 5 times in which football players almost lost their lives. Get ready to be astonished, because you might find names on this list you wouldn't expect in your wildest dreams, as football is not always the fun and exciting game we know about. Through these tales of courage, resilience and survival, we will uncover the hidden risks that footballers face, shedding light on the extraordinary lengths they sometimes go to pursue their passion. Grab your snacks and drinks and let's get on with it. Ryan Anthony Cresswell is a former professional footballer, now holding the position of manager at Sheffield FC. Looking back on his career, Cresswell always felt a tremendous weight on his shoulders, believing that it was solely up to him to save his team from disappointment. He held himself to incredibly high standards and left no room for mistakes. Whenever he faced an injury, his solution was to rely on painkillers in order to recover quickly and prevent letting anyone down. Unknown to him, his dependency on painkillers slowly grew within him, as he confessed that he suffered silently for a significant period of time. Despite playing in almost 300 games throughout his career, which included stints with Northampton and Boston United, he only realised the gravity of his addiction when a doctor expressed shock that he was still alive. This eye-opening moment prompted him to seek help and embark on a journey of recovery. He spent several months in a rehabilitation centre where he fortunately received the support and assistance he desperately needed. In one of the more bizarre near-death experiences in the footballing world, we have to tell you the story of Matheus Silva, the young Brazilian defender who then played for San Jose Earthquakes. On the morning of July 4th, 2017, Silva and his teammates made a decision to unwind and find respite from the summer heat by heading to the beach. Little did Silva know that this day would forever change his life, preventing him from participating in the game scheduled for later on. Upon their arrival at the beach, Silva's eyes were amazed by the Lake Tahoe, and he felt like it was summoning him. Filled with exhilaration, he couldn't resist the temptation and impulsively jumped into the water. However, what started as a moment of huge excitement quickly turned into a harrowing experience. Unknown to Silva, he pushed himself beyond his physical limits, and tragedy almost struck as in the blink of an eye he found himself in a life-threatening situation, desperately calling out for help. Though his teammates recognised the danger he was in, their efforts to reach him in time fell agonisingly short. Silva was eventually carried ashore, lifeless and not showing any signs of life. He had stopped breathing, and his heart had stopped beating. In a state of desperation, those around him attempted to perform CPR, grasping at straws at this point. Yet, despite their valiant efforts, their attempts to revive him proved futile, leaving them with no choice but to urgently dial emergency services. In an astonishing twist of fate, after a long wait of 48 hours, Silva regained consciousness, slowly stepping on the road to recovery. However, his memories of the incident remained clouded, and he still doesn't know what happened to this day. It was later revealed that the water he had impulsively jumped into was freezing, causing his body to succumb to the overwhelming cold and leading his heart to cease its vital functions. For Silva, that fateful 4th of July will forever be etched in his memory, serving as a stark reminder of the fragility of life and the immense gratitude he carries for the second chance he was granted. Another player who got a second chance at life was Neymar, as he almost didn't make it to live through his first birthday. It all happened in June of 1992. Back then, Neymar was only 4 months old, and he was on a trip with his mum and dad to visit some relatives. They were driving up the mountains in Brazil when a really bad storm suddenly happened, and it wasn't just a normal rain, but a really strong storm that made it hard to see anything clearly. In the middle of all the chaos, their car got into a very serious accident, and everyone in Neymar's family got hurt. Even though the storm was raging, Neymar's dad remembers that moment very clearly, as he remembers another car crashing into them head-on, which caused his leg to get dislocated. He felt really scared and thought he might die, but his biggest fear was not knowing where his son Neymar was. The crash was so strong that Neymar was thrown out of the car and his family couldn't find him anywhere. His dad looked everywhere, but Neymar seemed to have disappeared. They were really worried until they heard him crying. They found Neymar trapped under the driver's seat, covered in blood with a cut on his head from broken glass. Understanding how serious the situation was, the family quickly took Neymar to hospital where he was in danger of dying. Being so young, he couldn't understand what was happening around him. When Neymar's dad found out that his son would be okay, he could only thank God, and it was from that moment on that they believed that Neymar was blessed and destined for great things. Yes, I bet you didn't expect to find this name in the list, but Messi did come in a very dangerous situation in 2017 as well. Had Messi been aware that 2022 would be the year when he would reach the pinnacle of his career by winning the World Cup, he wouldn't have taken such a daring leap for a simple ball back in 2017. At that time, Messi and Ronaldo were head-to-head in a fierce competition for the prestigious 2017 Ballon d'Or award. So, Messi fully grasped the importance of winning the Champions League. However, Barcelona faced a daunting challenge of overturning a 3-0 first leg defeat against Juventus, and in the midst of the intense match, with Barcelona struggling to find the back of the net, Messi bravely soared through the air to connect with a high ball, putting everything on the line. Unfortunately, this audacious move came at a high cost. His leap resulted in a catastrophic impact, and many feared it could be the end of his career. The gravity of the situation became evident when the doctor revealed that had Messi landed a mere 2 millimeters higher, the neck injury could have been fatal. Despite Barcelona's loss in that game, Messi's survival was nothing short of a miraculous stroke of luck, just like the last player on our list. You may know Christian Eriksen, the talented midfielder from Manchester United, but there was a time when he almost lost his life. It happened on June the 21st, 2021, during a match between Denmark and Finland in Euro 2020, as Eriksen suddenly collapsed on the field, struggling to breathe, and everyone was shocked and rushed to help him. The game stopped and the stadium fell silent. Eriksen's wife was in tears, supported by the team captain and goalkeeper. The medical team worked quickly, and after one defibrillation, Eriksen miraculously came back to life. Eriksen would eventually get a pacemaker and would make a full comeback to football, becoming an important player in his team once again. We wish him a long career, as this was a scary moment that showed how our hearts can sometimes fail us even when we least expect it. So that's gonna do it. We hope you like this video of situations where footballers have almost died. From harrowing collisions to cardiac emergencies, these brave individuals have experienced situations that remind us of the fragility of life. Yet, their resilience and the unwavering support of medical teams and fellow players have often brought them back from the brink. These near-death experiences serve as a poignant reminder of the inherent risks in pursuing our passions and the remarkable strength that football players possess, both on and off the field. Make sure to like and subscribe to our channel, and we will see you next time.